Hello, this is Required Fields, and you're probably laughing because I'm wearing cat ears for a moment because, well, on one of the message boards I posted that people demanded I do it for a video. It came because of me on YouTube, and they name dropped Eugenia Cooney, and people asked who she was. Some of you may know who Eugenia Cooney is. She's a YouTuber. I mentioned she's a YouTuber, and people asked, does she wear cat ears? Because there's a few people have kind of, I guess you could say, fetishes or turn-ons for girls on YouTube wearing cat ears or whatever. And somebody said, as people know who have a YouTube channel, said, wear cat ears for a video! Well, okay, for part of the video, for about a little bit I did there for a moment just to make you guys laugh. And besides, Halloween is right around the corner anyways, and it's a bit of a girly has been seen. People demanded I do it anyways, and so there you go. People are going to talk about that this morning if you never did my channel, I'm sure. But anyways, we're gonna get to another installment of the What's Been Spinning series, and I'm gonna start off with Beyond Creation. This is their newest album, Algorithm. This is an album I got earlier in the week in the mail today, and I'm probably the first person to wear a Beyond Creation shirt and cat ears in the same video. But anyways, I got this video. So I got this, not this video, but I got this album and t-shirt in the mail and part of a bundle when it was pre-ordered because the album got released earlier this month. And anyways, this is the third Beyond Creation album, Algorithm. And anyways, I listened to it for the first time this week, and I'd say that my favorite tracks on it upon first listen are the 8th track, The Inversion, and the 9th track, Binomial Structures, are probably the best tracks on upon first listen. But if you dug the first two Beyond Creation albums, you'll dig this one as well. It's in the same style, technical death metal from Quebec. Anyways, I saw them live a couple of years ago. They put on an awesome show. Really cool guys. And yeah, anyways, they put on an awesome show. Really cool guys in person as well. I got to meet 3 of the 4 band members, and it was really cool. So yeah, it was 2 years ago. I went. It was on a 5-hour trip from where I live. Considering you'd be hard pressed to find metal shows where I live in Cape Breton. You'd be lucky to get pop punk around here, actually. But yeah, and I heard there was some talk of possibly getting them into, if a metal show comes here, to get them to play. Considering I guess it's easier because they're Canadian and all. But hopefully it'd be really great if they came to the Cape Breton region on their next tour. When they tour Canada next. And anyways, Algorithm is another good album in the Beyond Creation catalog. And next up is Intrepid with Empress of Devastation. This is a 4-song EP that was released last year. This is another band in the new old school of death metal. It was such a band such as Morphin, Gruesome, Skeletal Remains, etc. They've been compared to early 90s era death, and I guess I can see where that comparison would be. They have a music video for the second track on here, Inside the Wall, although the first track is only a bit of an interlude track that's less than a minute long. And the best track on here is the closing track, the title track, actually. But anyways, it's a promising EP, and it'll be interesting to see what this band does in the future. Intrepid, they're called, and the album's called Empress of Devastation. Next up is Dismember. This is Hate Campaign. I was listening to this album earlier this week as well. And anyways, this is a 2000 release, the 5th album of Dismember. And anyways, of the Swedish death metal scene, Dismember is definitely my favorite. This is my favorite album of theirs, although it is a really good album. My favorite would be like An Ever-Flowing Stream, which is their most popular album, and most controversial album as well, mainly due to a track called Skinner Alive on it. It got some controversy, which was actually based on a true event that actually happened locally. But anyways, the band got some, it landed in some hot water from that in their area. But anyways, this is Hate Campaign. My favorite track on it would probably be the title track, which closes off the album. Dismember really knew how to close off an album, such as the closing track on like An Ever-Flowing Stream, In Death Sleep, and the follow-up album Indecent and Obscene, Dreaming in Red. And one of the later albums, The God It Never Was were No Ghost Is Holy, and another fantastic closing track. So this member really knew how to finish off an album, I must say. And one of my favorite death metal bands, and it's too bad they're not around anymore. But who knows? Maybe one day they'll reunite and put out another great album. But they left a great legacy behind for the underground death metal scene. And going back to Canada, another Canadian death metal band here, Unbreakable Hatred. This is an album called Ruins. I found out that not too long after I saw Beyond Creation, these guys played in the same place a few months later after I saw Beyond Creation. It's too bad I missed out on that show. I don't even think I remembered hearing about the fact that they were coming here. Otherwise, it absolutely would have gone, because I had already had this album and really enjoyed it. Anyways, this is the second album of theirs. It's called Ruins. The band plays death metal with a slight technical edge, not as technical as the aforementioned Beyond Creation, but anyways, this is their second album. Favorite track here, probably the title track, which is really good. But anyways, it would be really cool if they actually ended up coming here as well to my area, and I got to see them live and perform. And anyways, it's an Unbreakable Hatred recalled with Ruins. And finally, this is Chastain, moving away from the death metal scene, going for a more traditional sounding metal band, the Seventh of Never. This is their third studio album. It was released originally in 1987, and for a while it was the hardest to find of Chastain's studio albums. I heard that there was copies going for about $100 until it finally got reissued a few years ago in 2014. I ended up getting this in 2015 to be exact. And I spun this album for the first time in quite a while. Anyways, my favorite tracks in this one are We Must Carry On, Paradise, It's Too Late for Yesterday, and the title track are the best ones here. It's another great album from Chastain. If you like the other albums that they did around that era and you never got around to hearing this one, you'll love this one too. It's a great album. And anyway, that's another one of the albums I actually spun recently. And man, it sure made me feel weird to wear those cat ears at the start of the video, but people demanded that I do it just because they would be laughing so hard over it. But I'm for sure I'm never doing that again. But made me look really, really weird. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this installment of What's Been Spinning. I'm sure it'll be my most talked about on YouTube, and people are like, what's weird is seeing the guys discuss this extreme metal wearing cat ears in a video. Just well, mainly for people's amusement. I guess you can compare it to, say, maybe a Toronto Maple Leafs fan being forced to wear a Montreal Canadiens jersey, or a Montreal Canadiens fan being forced to wear a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey or something like that. It'd be kind of like that, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, I'm sure it'll bring the laughs to the people who see it anyways. But anyways, it's Required Field signing off, and hope you enjoyed me discussing the albums I've been spinning as of late, and goodbye.